Hi there, Panther City Plumbing. My name is Kelly Everly. I spoke to Desiree about sending you guys this video, but you may still be wondering why I would even make this video for you, and that's a fair ask. But the reason is simple. I like to help business owners understand what makes their business rank on Google and other search engines. And this video will absolutely be about strategies that you can implement yourself, and that's totally great. But I find that a lot of business owners are so busy running their business operations, managing customers and managing employees, that once they see a breakdown like this, a lot of times they will decide to reach back out and say, hey, Kelly, I would love a little help implementing this. But either way, the goal here is simple, and it's just to give you clarity on what is going on behind the scenes with Google and how you get ranked. And hopefully you'll get some real value to take away from this video. So I'm going to walk you through today the 3 pillars that really impact your digital visibility. That's going to be content, citations, and backlinks. And we're going to start with content because if Google doesn't clearly understand what you do or how to connect you with people, nothing else really matters, right? So when we're talking about content tells Google what you do, where you do it, and the people that you help, right? And that is done by the words and the keywords that are on your page. If that is unclear to Google, then your rankings are going to suffer, right? And so there's 3 parts of content that really matter most. And first is depth. And by that, I mean the number of words that is on your page. You can see that I have your homepage pulled up here. And your homepage has about 1,250 words on it. And competitors that are ranking above you in your space have about 1,500 words of content. Now, more depth gives Google more context to connect you with customers. And it's not really that we're chasing a particular number, but by having a little bit more content, it gives you more space to put in more keywords that Google recognizes how to connect you with the customers that are looking for a plumber, right? We use this tool, it's called Ahrefs, to peek under the hood at keywords. And keywords is the second part of content that matters. So if we take a look at your website, I put your website address into the Ahrefs tool. And when it pops up, it shows me that you're being found for 21 organic keywords. And we can pop in there and take a look and see what those 21 keywords or phrases are. Plumbers in Fort Worth, tankless hot water heating repair, trenchless sewer repair for Fort Worth. What this tells me is how many people a month are searching in your local area for that particular keyword, 700 times a month, plumbers Fort Worth, and what your ranking position, meaning where you show up in the Google search results. So this would be 18th for this particular keyword. 18th translates to about somewhere at the bottom of page 2 on the second page of Google results. So we really get a clear idea of what keywords Google is seeing on your website, what the content is, and it waits for people to search these keywords to match you up with your customers, right? Now, if we take a look over here at one of your competitors, we're going to click into an Ahrefs tool with your competitor that's pulled up. And this particular competitor ranks above you in the Google rankings, and they are being found. You can see the difference. You are ranking for 21 organic keywords. They're ranking for 214 organic keywords. So it gives Google more keywords, more search terms for them to find customers who are looking for them. And thus Google connects them more often than they would connect you. And the third thing that we can talk about, we're going to talk about so well-crafted content naturally includes keywords that your audience is searching for. So if you want to outrank your competition for plumbers in Fort Worth, then you need to have those keywords on your page, on your content more than your competition does, right? And we're not talking about keyword stuffing or being clunky with terms or anything like that. We just want real clear direction for Google to use. One of the ways that we can do this, and this is the third way that you can improve content, is by taking those keywords that customers are looking for and you can put them behind images on your screen. Now, when I took a look at your website, you don't have any images that you can do this with on your website, but let's take a look at your competition. And you can see that your competitor has an image right here at the top. And when you right click on it and you click Save Image As, they have this image saved as mainstage-v1 image. If I were putting this image on a website, I would save it with a keyword phrase like emergency plumber, Fort Worth, Texas, or plumber, Fort Worth, something like that. That's another way that you can get quality keyword content into your homepage, because Google does not look at pictures. Google only reads the text that is behind the pictures. So that's another way that you can get content into good keyword content into your website. So content builds relevance, and relevance tells Google where and when to show your business to potential customers, right? So once Google understands what you do, then the next question becomes, does Google trust your business locally? Excuse me. And that's where citations come in. So citations, when someone searches your service, just like you and I Google things, we know how this works. When you Google something, you land in this little map pack right here, right? It typically drives the highest intent local calls from customers. Businesses who rank in the top 3 spots capture the largest share of all of the leads. Ranking here matters. It's important, especially with a service business like plumbing, where you're going to get emergency calls. If someone has a pipe burst in the back of a wall, they are not going to go to page 2 and 3 looking for a plumber. They're going to choose from the top 3 that Google shows them. So what are citations and how is it important for the map pack? Citations are just listings online of your business name, your address, and your phone number. That's it. And they are listed in directories like Yelp, in Facebook, Apple Maps, Better Business Bureau, any of the industry directories, or local directories for Fort Worth. All of these places, Google cross-references these listings. And when your information and when your business appears consistently online, Google gains confidence in you as a business, that you're legitimate, that you serve this location, and that all of your information is accurate. And it strengthens your Google business profile and pushes it up these rankings, right? So what is the goal here? The goal is you want to find out what your competition has, how many citations they have, and what these citations are. And we use a tool called WhiteSpark to do that. It's about having what your competition has and then going above and beyond. So it's not a particular number you're chasing. You're just looking for what your competition is doing and you want to do it better. Citations strengthen your map pack visibility. Now, that is your local trust. Once your local trust is established, the final piece is overall authority on your website, especially in an organic search. So when we talk about organic results, organic searches, we're talking about the area that is just below the map pack, right? Below the map pack are the organic results, and showing up here matters because some customers scroll past the maps because they're not in an emergency situation. Some of them skip over ads. Many do research on your business before they ever call you. So if your business is showing up both in the map pack and in these organic results, your visibility multiplies, right? Organic rankings are influenced heavily by authority. That's what Google is looking for. And authority is built through backlinks. Remember, we were going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. This is the backlink portion that gives you authority. But Kelly, what is a backlink? A backlink is simple. It's another website that links back to yours, and Google interprets this as a vote of confidence for your business. And relevance matters. So we can't have Buc-ee's linking back to a plumbing website and it makes sense to Google. What we need is for something like a local Chamber of Commerce website, a home improvement blog, a local news feature. Any of those linking back to your website are what tell Google that you have authority in your space. So again, we're going to take a look at this Ahrefs tool because this is where we see whether or not or how many backlinks you have linking to your website. And you can see you have 46 referring domains that link back to your website. But now we're going to take a look at your competition and take a look at how many they have. They have 192 referring domains linking back to their website, giving them greater authority. Now, again, not all backlinks are created equal. You want very quality backlinks from relevant sources. We don't want spammy backlinks. A lot of times people get sold spammy backlinks. We definitely don't want that. But success leaves clues, right? So you want to get what your competition has. So you would click into the organic keywords. It will, sorry, not the organic keywords. Let's go back to that overview. Let's look into the referring domains. And what you can do is take a look at what referring domains these customers have. You copy what they have, and then you go get more. Backlinks build authority, and authority tells Google that your website deserves to rank organically. And unlike ads, these organic rankings, these organic search results are earned, right? They are earned by you, and they can create long-term stability for your business. So a simple summary here. We talked about Google rankings coming down to 3 pillars. Content, which does Google clearly understand what you do? We want to get the right keywords into your content, the ones that customers are looking for. Number 2, citations. What does the competition have? You want to get what they have, and then you want to get more. This determines your local trust with Google. Backlinks. Backlinks determine your authority with Google. Where is your competition winning? What backlinks do they have? And let's go get those and then get 50 more. So if you want to outperform your competitors in these 3 areas, and that is where your visibility improves on Google. And visibility is what drives calls. So the great news is that you can absolutely implement all of these strategies yourself, and that's great. But if you're seeing this and you feel like you want some guidance or help implementing, we can always have that conversation. Either way, I hope this gives you some value and some knowledge to take away about what's actually driving your rankings in your market. Talk to you soon.